بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
One of the great scholars of Islam, he mentioned something beautiful. He said, if people truly fast correctly and attain this state of consciousness, you don't need surveillance, you don't need cops, you don't need security, you don't need police force. Was there a police force in Medina in the time of the Prophet? In those communities and in those societies in which there is the consciousness of God, where there's the fear of God. When we talk about fear of God, we're not talking about, oh my God, a lightning bolt is going to come from the clouds and shoot me and turn me to ashes. That's not the fear of God. The fear of disappointing your Creator. We love Him so much, we don't want to disappoint Him, because we know that He sees everything that we do and He will be holding us accountable for that. So Ramadan engenders that. It develops this. Nobody's watching me, but I'm not going to drink it. I'm in the bathroom. Nobody can see me. I could just drink from the faucet and nobody would know. But there's this feeling inside, you don't want to break your fast. Why you don't want to break your fast? Right? Because you know that it's not going to be valid, because you want to fulfill this obligation, which is a divine obligation. So you can see, if we were to harness this, if we have this and harness this, how would it benefit us outside of Ramadan? When we're staying away from water in Ramadan, we could stay away from all other temptations. Water is easy. All these other, this is a necessity of life. At the time of thirst, it's an urge. It's a thirst. It's a very difficult thing. So now, if you're able to do that for 30 days, and you train yourself of that discipline, of that self-restraint, what happens? You develop this, what is called taqwa. What is called taqwa? And taqwa is this consciousness and awareness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So that's point number one. This taqwa, if a person has it, right, it is the foundation of all piety. Piety is based upon this, that God sees everything that I do, and He will take me into account. When a person has taqwa, he will not take advantage of someone or do injustice to someone. When a person has taqwa, they will not try to steal or rob. If you have this reality of taqwa, let's just say you work at the register, you're not going to pocket the money. You've practiced this in Ramadan, that there is a higher power that sees me. I'm not going to pocket this money. Yeah, nobody sees me, but Allah sees me. You guys understand? So this, if you just look at this reality of taqwa, this consciousness and awareness of Allah, if that becomes developed inside of you, it should, flow over into every other aspect of your life, whether it's public, whether it's private, whether it's family life, whether it's whatever life it is. You have this consciousness of Allah. Wait a minute, I can't say this, or I can't do this, or I can't act like this, because God sees what I'm doing. I can't hide from anyone. And this is not appropriate. It will displease my Lord. So that's point number one. This is what Allah Azza wa Jal says in the Quran, لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ, so that you may attain this state of God consciousness. And the state of God consciousness is the foundation of all goodness. Everything comes from that. When a person loses this sense of God consciousness, what happens? All hell breaks loose. Pun intended, All hell breaks loose. When a person has no concept of an accountability to a greater power, to a higher power.